What about a drink at my place?
Your place? Is it close?
Very.
One drink.
Good evening, sir, and welcome back.
Welcome to my home.
Yo, what's good, YouTube? Jaden here, dating coach, and in this video today, we're going to talk about how to bring a girl back home. So if you're on a date with a girl and the vibe is good, how do you actually transition? I like that word, transition from the date to your crib. Simple, right? Or if you're in a bar, nightclub, you meet a girl, the vibe is going well. How do you transition from the bar, nightclub, or the beach, or wherever you are, you're with a girl, it's going well. How do you actually take her home, right? So that the magic can happen inside of your bedroom, right? Now, I'm going to ask you a question. Have you ever been with a girl and the vibe is good, the situation is good, and you tell her, you say to her, let's go back to my apartment and drink some wine, or let's go to my crib and chill there, or let's go back to my place. And she goes, oh, your place? No. We just met. I don't even know you. This is our first date. I can't come to your house. I don't even know you. I don't go to guys' apartments that I don't know. We don't know each other yet. This has happened to almost every man I know, including myself. Now, the way to fix this is actually very simple, and it has a lot to do with women's psychology. So, here's the main point of the video. Women want to have sex as much as men do. Women like fucking, women like one-night stands, women like hooking up on first dates. I mean, if you look at women, they like all sorts of things. Some women like to wait, some women like to, do it the first night, whatever, right? It's a mix of everything. But women like to fuck. Women like to have sex. But they face a different societal pressure than we men do. For us men, we could, if we wanted to, be very explicit. Yeah, I want to fuck tonight. Yeah, I want to bring a girl home. You could look at a girl and say, hey, let's go to my apartment, let's bang. Let's come to my crib, let's chill. Now, would women like that? Not really. But in society, we're not going to be demonized for being open about it. But women, they're going to get demonized by society a lot. They're very oppressed by society sexually. It's changing now with TikTok and OnlyFans and all that kind of stuff. But since the dawn of human history, promiscuity and just spending alone time with a guy in his apartment has always been frowned upon. So women don't want to be sluts. They don't want to feel like sluts. They don't want to get judged by even you. Because you might think to yourself, well, it's just me and her talking. Like nobody's eavesdropping. Nobody knows. Well, it goes so far that she doesn't even want to be judged by you. So even if it's a private conversation, one-on-one on a date, and you're telling her, let's come back to my crib. If she were to say yes, that would in some way imply that she's a slut in her mind, in the minds of women, in the minds of every woman in society. So she's obviously going to have a negative reaction if you start the conversation about going back to your crib by just saying, let's go back to my crib. And so the way that you come around and get a lot of girls back to your crib is by knowing this, understanding this, and giving women excuses to come back to your crib. It's a very simple fix, okay? And so when you're with a woman in a bar, nightclub, date, beach, wherever, it doesn't matter. You could even be taking a walk with a woman. And the vibe is going well, everything is on. You want to make some sort of excuse to come back to your crib. Now, I'm going to give you a couple examples in this video. So, for example, I have a rooftop. And so one excuse that I really like to make when the vibe is good is, I'm going to show you the best view in all of the city. And I start walking back to my house. And obviously the best view in all of the city is what? My rooftop. You see what I'm saying? I always have white wine in my apartment. And so many times I like to make up a story of like, oh, my friend gifted me a really nice wine from Italy. Let's go open it up, right? So can you see in both of my examples, I avoid saying my apartment, my place, my home. I avoid these words like the plague because they're triggering. And I on purpose keep things vague and open. A big reason why women come back to a man's crib or apartment is because things are vague and open, okay? If they're vague and open, she can then tell herself a story. Oh, I'm just going to try out this new wine. Like, that's why I'm going there. This is the story she can tell herself to not feel like a slut. Oh, I'm just going to go check out the best view. This is the next thing we're going to do in our date. No big deal. We're just checking out a view. Women need this. And this is very, very hard for men to understand. Now, when I often share this in my private coaching, in my online mentoring academy, the most frequently asked question, because I've been coaching now for 6-7 years, and I've been using this strategy for 10 years, right? So I'm using it all the time. The last 10 years, I've been using it all the time, right? So whenever I teach it to somebody new, they always ask me, well, does the excuse matter? Does it have to be real? And I always tell my clients, because I always get the same question every week, every month, every year, over and over again. And I always tell them, listen, I'm not going to answer your question. Go on dates, okay? Because I teach men how to walk up to women, how to talk to women, how to get dates, how to put themselves out there, and how to get women excited to even come on a date in the first place. So I teach men how to get the dates, right? And so I say, in your next dates, use this. Build a vibe in the way I taught you, and then use this excuse making. And then report back to me, right? And always, here's the answer I get. They say, oh man, I told her I had this Italian wine, which was totally a lie. I just bought some wine from the supermarket. And she didn't check out the wine bottle. She didn't say, oh, is this really from Italy? Because women are not going to nitpick at your excuses, okay? They're not going to, like, let's say you tell a woman, oh, here's let me slow down. Let's say you tell a girl, hey, I got a box of chocolate from Switzerland. Like, I want to share it with you. And that's the excuse. She comes back to the crib. She's not going to take the box, look behind at the finer details of the label and try to figure out if it's in Swiss or not. You know what I'm saying? Or if it's in German or something. She's just going to enjoy the chocolate. If you tell her, I got this Italian wine bottle I want to open up, it's going to come back to the crib. You open up the wine bottle. She's not really there to nitpick at your excuse. She needs the excuse to even step her foot into the crib. Once she's in the crib, it's about you and her again. You see what I'm saying, my G? Very key, very important. Now, there's so many excuses that you can make. Today, I just wanted to share the psychology and give you 2 excuses that I use. Now, when you're back at the crib, that's a whole nother story that I teach in my private program, okay? And so if you're someone who doesn't know what to do when you got a girl back at your crib, or if you're someone who doesn't even know how to get a date or get the vibe to the point that you can even even give her an excuse to come back to your crib, then hit me up on Instagram, okay, at jrafe. It's right here on the screen, and DM me the word mentoring, okay? Very simple, very, very key. But in this video today, you want to master the art of excuse making. Whenever I'm alone, whenever I'm private with a girl, I just make tons of excuses. I'll just make up something on the fly and figure it out when I'm back at the crib, okay? Because I know it's really all about, when the vibe is good, to give the girl some socially acceptable excuse. And you want to stay away from the words my house, my crib, my apartment, my place. Those words do not exist in my vocabulary. Let's go check out the best view in all of the city. I don't say my rooftop. I don't say my place. And then I lead her towards it. You see what I'm saying? Now, another frequently asked question as well is, won't women go, well, I mean, where are we going? Is it your house or something like that? If the vibe is good and everything is going well, she's not going to ask those questions. Now, it may happen once in a blue moon that she might ask such a question. Then you can simply say something fun and adventurous. It's just an adventure. Let's go check it out. Or you can say, yeah, it's my house, but you know, it's an adventure. Let's go check it out, right? So then you can use those words. But if you look at reality of my own situation of me going out and meeting women, and you look at my clients and the people who sign up to my program, it almost never happens that a girl is gonna nitpick at your excuse. Like, it may happen once a year. And then you can just be honest, okay? But you're gonna notice once you do this that it's not gonna happen a lot in reality out there in the world, okay? Because the vibe is going well, everything is going good. She actually wants to come back. She actually wants something to happen, right? And so, because you built that vibe, right? And so she's not going to try to ruin the whole thing by nitpicking at your excuse. And I wanted to make that blatantly clear and blatantly obvious because a lot of men are afraid of that, okay? And so that's all I had to say in this video today. If you like this video, like the goddamn video, comment down below, subscribe, and I see y'all, my brothers, in the next video. Peace.